Well, it finally looks like the Tides of Water are getting a win. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Our deck box will be up for sale tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will get the chance to actually be able to pick it up, and I do hope that people will enjoy this. This is the outside cover, and it is very much inspired by Nike, so I do hope people will enjoy this. All right, moving on along. Fish sonar. So we got a new water archetype. It's also kind of interesting to know that Konami's now kind of opened up the door to retraining like the original starter deck boss monsters, which that's going to be a pretty interesting discussion for what's to come as time kind of goes on here. But we did get our first peep at, Fish Sonar receiving its alternate art printing, which obviously is going to put this card back on the radar, right? People are going to be scrounging to kind of pick these up because they want to get ahead of the curve, even though, we have a alt art coming for this for some reason. Right now, as of filming this, we're about $11 a copy, but you're only at 18 listings. I guarantee you by the time this market watch goes up, these are going to be absolutely obliterated off of the market because that's just what is going to happen here. It is the same trend that we see every single time, and also the archetype's looking really, really good. So, contrary to what you might think, Konami's really been retooling these deck build main sets to give you something new. Now, something else to, I guess, consider. I think putting Kyroshin on your back burner as a consideration for the deck is definitely worth it. It's a card that mentions or allows you to add a card to your, add an Umi or a Kyroshin or Sea Stealth Trap. You can do some of the other little fun things like this, but this card also mentions Umi, and it's also one of the Floodgate monsters. Now, obviously, we can't do Atlantis shenanigans to, try to modify this and bring it out, but I think it's a funny little tool option. When we start to explore these decks and we're like, oh, hey, this has really cool interaction. What if we have, we have an Umi on the field? Just says, well, Umi's on the field. So keep that in mind with the new monsters being able to change their names. Kyroshin might become one of the funnier cards that we can kind of see. So that's actually really cool. Obviously, Duels from the Deep now having a little bit more value is pretty crazy. I mean, these boxes are still $28 a piece. We still have number 101 still being a $23 card. Fish Sonars are still 18 listings. Droplets from this set are still $6. Marincess Dives are sub $1. Kyroshin sub $1. There is really, and I hate to say this, was like the Fish Sonar receiving, the reprint. This set's done. That was the final last thing that I think we needed to, push a set down. And I think Duels from the Deep is finally and officially done. Machina cards. So this is for like the collectors that are spinning out there, because there's been a lot of discussion right now about Machina stuff. First of all, Gear Frame is $33, which isn't terrible, but when you come down here to Fortress, the Fortress is in a worse shape than Gear Frame is for the two big ones. I mean, this is honestly to be expected, right? Because when you're looking at the way that these two are, I mean, they're definitely very, very good. I see the decks are $30. Machina Fortress or Force is still $27. That's still crazy to me how much money this card is. Gear Frames are these still $9. No, they're 7s. That's still a lot more than I'd want to be throwing at them. Fortresses in Platinum are also $6. Looks like the oversized versions are still $10. And also, funny enough, I mean, since we are specifically looking at Machina cards, these Dimensional Prisons, these are $9 a piece. I guarantee you a lot of people don't know about the state of Dimensional Prison, that even commons are worth something. You have $5 Speed Duel Gear Frames back here, $5 copies for Mechanized. Yeah, crazy to think about what's going on with this. So if you haven't realized yet, yes, Machina cards actually have value right now. Mud Dragon has been kind of running away a little bit. So earlier in the week, this card blew up. I saw listings like $49. Now the good news is since I've seen that, we've kind of retreated back down, which I think is personally good. The problem is this was originally an $18 card, and you see your $40 listings creeping on in here. They definitely have been all over the place, but you don't have a lot of sales for this. It's not like this card's going extremely broken, you know, at certain points. No, I think it's doing pretty good at being stabilized for what it needs to be. So that's actually kind of interesting. Looks like platinums are coming in at 10s. Looks like your PURs are at 5s. Okay, looks like these are coming in at sub $1. So, I mean, judging by how this has been going, I think it's pretty normal at this point. So, congratulations to Mud Dragon. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Albaz stuff, I will say, though, this is actually really nice. Cat TCG has a $165. Oh, hold on. Let's double check here. Let's reload this and make sure that one... No, it's still sitting there. It's very nice. It's crazy because up until this point, another 160 was on the market. These are $222. Man, I think somebody's going to be very upset when they see this 165 light play listing here. And they're just going to be like, I just spent $200 for this. The crazy part is, with these Fallen of the White Dragons, I mean, this card's so broken. $78, $83, $84. And they're going. This is the meta effect that we all love to see so very much. Brandon High Spirits is also in a very similar boat right now. This is why you got people that are looking at Gravekeeper's Watcher right now as a counter pick to this card, because truth be told, I mean, this card's just insanely broken for what it's able to provide you with. It's a free starter for the deck, and I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, when you're looking at the rest of Rarity 5 for the top end, I mean, you have some versatile things, but do we really want to spend this much money on Brandon High Spirits? I guess 38, 35, 29, those are all just been the last couple of days. I guess we do actually have some movements. I don't know, man. I'm not a super big fan of that. Interesting. Luber Poopers have been in the same way. The QCRs have been going up for this, but to be fair, so is Blazing Cartesia. The Ecclesia has hit over some of the crazier numbers that we've seen. You know, the base QCR Lubers are 15s. None of this is surprising to see. Ultimate Rare Lubers, $11. I mean, congratulations to a Luber for making his run and being the good, strong card that we expect him to be. We also have Gordian Slicers coming in at $45 on up to $50. You know, I've been tracking this card all week ever since the OCG showed us it was a tech choice. But this is bloody ridiculous at this stage. Looking at how crazy these are getting, the secret rares are now base $10. Well, at least we have the knowledge that the card is impactful, so we can at least get ahead of things. That's ridiculous. Also, Malice Cryptor Hearts. These are $100 right now. Why suddenly is Malice just going haywire? I guess that's my question. These are 100 and... It's crazy because unverified. Your lowest is 101. Sure. And then we have Illusion Gate. This is actually kind of interesting. You know, this card kind of fell out of the format a little bit, but all intents and purposes, well, it's pointed now in Genesis, which pushes it out of Genesis, but Constructive Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually still wants to have this card be available as, you know, a card that we can actually use. So I guess we're just going to spin this around in one format to the next. Collector's Rares. These actually went up. These are on buyout status too. These are 11 listings of these. Well, I guess this is what we deal with right now within the market meta, you know, stuff. And especially with upcoming trends, we really get to see a lot of shift arounds with a lot more of the more interesting things, it feels like right now. But what do you guys think about today's good old market? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. And I'm looking forward to seeing where Fish Sonar is going to end up later today. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.